Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's we're hunting through, looking for alphabet 10p's. We ideally want some 2019 data ones. We've never filled a book before. We've got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, R, T, U, V and X. So still the 7 we still need to finish this book, but we started a second 2018 book because the 2019s are so hard to find. We are now 1 coin off of finishing this book. H for Houses of Parliament. Otherwise, book number 2 is virtually there. So let's get into these bags, see what we find. Okay then, so whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be going through some comments that have been left on my video. So if you get a random like and a heart from me, that means that it's gone into my bank of questions to answer. So, Dam first off asks, do you gamble a lot? The easy answer to that is no, not really at all. Not in the sort of way that most people conventionally view gambling. I don't gamble at casinos, play card games, things like that. I buy a Euro Millions ticket twice a week, because that'd be a great one. But that's not really gambling, is it? I mean, I take a bit of a gamble sometimes when coins come out. I'm very fortunate in my role at the Britannia Coin Company that my opinion is sought after when we have new releases coming out, and my opinions and thoughts on what coins are going to do particularly well are taken into account. So that is somewhat of a gamble, I guess, but outside of that, no, not really. Other than playing a friendly game of poker with some friends or online with some friends, but not for money, not for real money. Angie Lewis says, nice amount of random finds. When you finish the 2018 book, will you start a new one again, like with the 2019, or will you let the 10p's fall by the wayside just because they're so hard to find? It's something that's been mulling over in my head quite recently, because we are down to 1 coin left for the second 2018 book. We're 7 coins off of finishing the 2019 book, and it's been a long time since I was able to put a new one in, but I'm determined to finish that book. So I think probably, I don't know, I still want to do the 10p's because I'm determined to finish a 2019 book. And to be fair, once I finish the 2019 book, that'll then inspire me to say, well, I've done it once and I can do it a second time, surely. I'm very conscious. I didn't imagine it was going to take quite this length of time to do so. So, like with the 50p's, the £2, it's very easy to see when I draw an end to book 1, move on to book 2. But because they're 2 books running in parallel with each other, I think the 2019s had come out before I finished my first 2018 book, and I thought, oh well, I'll just continue to do the 2019s until I finish this book, draw a line under it and start again afresh, as in sort of like book 2. But that's when we found out how low minted the 2019s were, how hard some of those letters are to get. So then it's where do I draw the end of effectively the 50p's and £2? It's almost like seasons with the books. Why do I cut the 10p's up? And it's now north of 200 episodes, if memory serves. So yeah, what point do I call, or do I say, right, end of the first attempt, now we start the second attempt? I don't know, but to be fair, it could take eons to get to this last letter, so I'm not worried about it happening anytime soon. Oh, 2018. This is going to be something. V for Villages, very nice. Well, not the one we need, but never grumble at finding one of these, they're so scarce. Simon Green says the 2021 Britannia isn't a commemorative coin, it's a definitive coin. Why should it be included in the commemorative coin book? Am I missing something? It's something I have discussed before. So the 2015 and 16 Britannias are in the book because they're coins that are of face value. They're coins that are quite exciting to find and come across. The 2015 more so than the 2016. So it seemed logical then to have a gap for the 2021 Britannia, but the mintage figure has come out, did come out a while ago, as quite a high amount. So will that be a coin that keeps its value above face value? I don't know. What I do know is that I've been hunting and waiting for one to arrive in my £2 coin hunts for a long time. In fact, I was there at the Royal Mint whilst they were minting those 2021 Britannias, so I'm quite determined, at least one of my books, that Britannia is going to go in. But you're right in that I don't put the Technologies definitive designs in, probably, though, and I've said this before, in any given hunt, any of my £2 coin hunts, I could pretty much guarantee I will get a date run of all the technology years, other than, I can't remember which year it is. It's the lowest minted one. But yeah, it's a pretty good chance of completing the date run in a £500 coin hunt bag. So I think it's pointless to put the technologies in. Whereas the Britannias, I don't tend to see Britannias in every hunt, so it is a bit of an occasion when they appear. And that is my rationale. I guess the main thing you're missing is that they're my books. They're my rules. I can do what I want with my books, as you can do with your books and your collections. Irfan Udin Rafi, or Udin Rafi, I apologise if I mispronounced your name, I'll try my best. It says, quite a lot of foreign coins. My star find was the Cayman Islands cent coin. Today I found a Scotland Commonwealth £2 coin. Question, are 25p coins legal tender? Love your videos. Well, very nice find of that Scotland Commonwealth Games £2 coin, very cool. And yes, I do quite like the odd world coin that crops up in the 50p's, 10p's, £2. I think they're kind of interesting. Are 25p coins legal tender? Yes, but not in the way that you would think. So the coins are legal tender. They have a face value, obviously, of the 25 pence. After decimalisation, the crown became a 25p coin, and then in the 90s it was decided it's too big of a coin for it to be worth 25p at face value, bumped up to £5 for the ones issued from there onwards. So they are legal tender, but legal tender doesn't mean you can go and spend them in the shops. It's a very limited, narrow definition of the word, which is not what the average layperson thinks. It's basically the legal tender in settlement of debts. So if if you have a debt that you have to pay, those coins can be taken at face value. So yes, there's all sorts of bizarre thoughts and ideas as to what you should and shouldn't be allowed to do with these coins that are minted for collectors with a legal tender face value, because otherwise they're not coins, they're just tokens or medals. So yeah, they are legal tender, but it doesn't really mean what you think it means. Kranza says, aren't the banks failing if they put so many non-legal tender or foreign coins in their bags? I wouldn't blame the banks. So having worked at a bank and managed a branch of a national bank myself, you don't have time to sit there and sift through all the coins. The day is so busy, so rushed off your feet doing this and that and whatever, and especially in a busier branch, there's no time to sit and just check through all the coins looking for anomalies, foreign coins that shouldn't be in the bags. It's the cash centres who bag them up. I would lay the blame at the foot of, and I'm sure that for every one that slips into my bag, they pull out 100 things that shouldn't be in circulation. So I'm sure it's a minute percentage of the coins that shouldn't be in circulation that are being left there. I'm sure there are plenty more fakes, plenty more foreign coins that they do sift out in their automated processes to make sure they don't end up at the banks in our change. So that's my opinion on it, at least. Castlegate Junction says, have you got any seal bags of Benjamin Bunny, and if you do, have you checked them for the rotation errors? I remember saving this one, actually. So I think I have 2 bags which have sealed Benjamin Bunnies. I know that I've got 2 bags of sealed 2017 Beatrix Potters, and there was a mixture of 2 characters, and I can't remember immediately which characters they were because my memory is appalling. I haven't actually checked them, but I did think, I need to do that. I put that in my mental checklist of things to do, but as with things in life, my mental checklist of things I need to do is longer than I have hours in the day, so it's on the back burner that I need to at some point do that. But it's a very cool thought that I might have already had some Benjamin Bunny rotation errors, if indeed those seal bags contain any Benjamin Bunnies. Thomas Gilroy says, double-headed 50p 2019, what do you reckon? My immediate assumption would be that it's a trickster's or a magician's coin. I've got a very good friend who has some very interesting and intriguing magician's coins or trick coins that are created to a very, very high level. And I've had 2 double-headed 10p's. way back when. It's been a long time since I saw one of those. They were quite obviously trick coins because they were hollow and you could hear that they sounded odd, but I would assume that a double-headed 50p would be a trick coin of some description, or a magician's coin, so I would assume it's probably not real, I'm afraid. But I am always skeptical whenever I see errors, new errors, things that people send me pictures and say, what do I think of this? My instinct is always to be skeptical, so I might be being overly skeptical. Last Chippendale says, how unusual / rare are rotation errors and what are they potentially worth? Oh, it's a very good question. Rotation errors, I think they're pretty uncommon. I am lucky to find 1 or 2 in every 4 or 5 coin hunts. Obviously there are times where I find them more frequently than others, but then there'll be longer stretches where I don't find them, but that's what the sort of average I think I would put them at. What's the value of them? Oh, it's so difficult. It very much depends on the severity of the rotation. If it's just a slight rotation, probably not a lot. If it's a 90-degree rotation, more. If the queen's upside down, my goodness, that's going to be much more valuable than one that's just a slight rotation. I think also if it's on a commemorative coin, that adds a bit more value too, because most of the rotation errors we find on the £2 coins are on the definitive ones. I see them more frequently on the 2015 coins. So I've seen people say between 10 and 20 pounds on the technologies depending on the rotation, but on a severe rotation on an interesting commemorative, I'm sure we'll go for much more than that. Radness says, they look amazing, these volleyball 50p coins, but is it still in change or not? The Olympic volleyball 50p's, they certainly are. All the Olympic 50p's are still out there in change. I find them semi-regular basis. There are plenty of people that I know that contact me having found their first Olympic or their next Olympic or the last Olympic coin they needed for their collection, so they're definitely out there. All you need to do is keep looking for them. With that being said though, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, finds for today. Not a bad result, to be fair. Guernsey, tomatoes, very nice. This is a state quarter, or is it a park reserves? I can't remember. It's Oklahoma Chickasaw 2011, so I believe that is a park reserve one. So very cool little find, but star find, it's got to be V for villages. Even if it's not one for the book, I will never grumble when we find one of these lovely alphabet 10p's. But let me know in the comments how your luck has been this week. As ever, links are in the description to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come over and join that. There's also links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the PO Box address you can write into, and of course the Britannia Coin Company, who I work for as my day job, making videos for them, so please do check out our channel there. All it leaves me to now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.